The man in the bun. The man and the little hen were back from the ride. The man stood beside the car and looked at the little hen in a troubled way. From under the steering wheel, the little hen peered up at him. "Well, it's done," the man said. "We did it. We took him for a ride." He half turned and looked back across the field as if expecting to see the big dog come trotting along the road. "It's bothering me," he told the little hen. "But what's the good of my talking about it now? It's done. I guess you are the big problem now." He lifted the little hen off the seat. Nothing but knuckle bones left. He observed somberly, "And what's the good of them? You certainly can't be in the high coop with the flock now. You couldn't get up and down the ramp. But even if you could, I'm afraid losing your toes has made you so different that they'll peck and maul at you to death." He uttered a short laugh. That's really only one quick, business-like way to solve this problem. Chop off your head and have your dinner, Chop off your head and have you for dinner. He mockingly felt of the little hen's ribs. "Not very meaty, are you? Not much dinner." At the sound behind him, he turned and threw a troubled look towards the road. A big car was turning up the driveway. It drew up behind the old car. "The boss," the man said briefly to the little red hen. He straightened up. A gray-haired man leaned out of the car. "Joe," he called. "Trouble's on my place. My prize mare is suddenly ready to have her first colt, and she's having a terrible time. It's your Sunday. It's your Sunday off, but I've got to have you there. She's so scared. She's kicking her stall to slivers. She's hurt herself. Maybe you can quiet her." "I'll be right over," Joe said. "Just got to take care of this little hen a moment." "What's wrong with her?" "No toes," Joe said. "The old coop I rigged up over the horse stables isn't much good, and she must have frozen her toes a while back, and now they are just dropped off. It sure is a problem what to do with her." "Joe," the boss grunted, "chop her head off and eat her for dinner. You can't mess around with a toeless chicken." "Yeah," Joe said tonelessly. "That's almost the word for what I was telling myself as you drove up. But this little hen, well, she's sort of a pet. Guess I'm sort of a sentimental about her. She's the only one left from the red flock those dogs mauled. Joe, you know with frozen toes, she'll most likely never lay another egg. Get over it with. Chop her head off and then hustle over. Anything I do just seems to make the mare more nervous." He backed down the driveway.